Here today celebrating your milestone with you. There are hundreds of colleagues, volunteers, donors, and community members who have been rooting for you from behind the scenes. And it is on behalf of those partners that I, with deep gratitude and heartfelt joy, thank you and celebrate you for making the most of your education, for showing up as your whole selves, and for inspiring us every single day. The University of Washington Honors Program is now in its 62nd year. And when it was founded all those decades ago, the program's core mission was simple: to provide a pathway that would encourage talented college students from our region to remain here in the Pacific Northwest to pursue their undergraduate education. Today, UW Honors has become so much more. The honors program that you all have breathed life into during your time here is one whose calling cards are its interdisciplinary curriculum that modeled for you the interdependence of all branches of knowledge, its experiential learning and critical reflection opportunities that supported you in taking intellectual risks, and its invitation that so many of you have taken up with remarkable dedication and passion to be actively engaged change makers in your communities. You have completed that interdisciplinary honors general education curriculum, and some of you have also completed an honors curriculum in your major and will graduate today with what we call college honors. And because you all have earned an honors designation that will adorn the University of Washington degree you are receiving today, you are endlessly curious, lifelong learners, and you are among those of your generation who will lead us as we confront the many global challenges that shape our world today. Each one of you has spent your years here at the UW and in UW Honors shaping a rich, compelling story that continues to unfold. And if we could host a days-long celebration, we'd be hearing each one of your individual stories. But in lieu of that, I'm excited to introduce three members of your graduating class who have some thoughts to share with us today. Elana Skeers has earned college honors with her Bachelor of Arts degree in dance and minors in applied mathematics and data science. She is a creator, community builder, and activist with values grounded in service to others, equity, and justice. As an honors peer educator, Elana led incoming students through one of their most challenging transitions for helping them connect more deeply with one another while branching out into the broader community and imagining their own potential. She brightens every conversation and experience for those around her. Wintana Eyob has also been a vital contributor to the honors community as a peer educator, and her tireless energy and ideas in our intersectional equity and justice work group will be felt long after she leaves. Wintana has earned interdisciplinary honors with her Bachelor of Science degree in Informatics and has been a courageous adventurer, pushing herself to travel globally with honors and to head out on her own adventures when she caught that travel bug. Her honors project, comparing activism in the US, Eritrea, and Denmark, integrated her personal interests and design principles to help us all understand the world a little better. And lastly, Shannon has earned college honors with her Bachelor of Science degree in Neuroscience. She has helped to produce dozens of honors community events and is a wonderful writer and storyteller whose work as our communications intern boosted the voices of her fellow students and colleagues. Through her passion for research, Shannon has published recommendations on health interventions for underserved populations, particularly youth who are experiencing chronic pain, and her passion for building community leaves a lasting imprint in the Honors Peer Mentor Program that she founded. Elana, Wintana, and Shannon, please.
We want to start by thanking all of the friends, family, and loved ones for coming out today. Your presence means the world to us, and we are so grateful for your love and support throughout our journey.
We also want to congratulate our fellow Honors Huskies. After making it through the challenges and triumphs of our personal, academic, and professional lives, we are receiving degrees from various disciplines across the university with honors. Among us are future artists, educators, engineers, environmentalists, healthcare workers, lawyers, scientists, and a multitude of other professionals, each of us contributing our unique talents and passions to our collective pursuit of a brighter future.
We are grateful to have this opportunity to represent our class and reflect on our honors experience. Each of us has a unique perspective to share. Hi, I'm Elana, and I'm honored to be here with you today to celebrate our amazing accomplishments. Good job, everybody. Equifinality is a term I was introduced to recently that means there are many ways to reach one end. The closer I've gotten to this day, the more I have found myself considering this principle and seeing it reflected in my friends and peers who are graduating this week. We all may be here in this room graduating with honors, but each of us has had a very unique pathway to this moment. Although we all must have approached the transition into college in different ways, somehow we found this honors community as an anchoring point. This smaller community within the larger university that provided us with opportunities to explore our interests, navigate our own experiences, and grow into who we are today. For me, honors was where I built my confidence to participate in class discussions, find leadership opportunities, and explore my interdisciplinary interests. In honors, I found my footing while being pushed to accomplish my goals. It is rare in such a large university to have this opportunity to take small classes on topics outside your major, or hold leadership positions and teach a cohort of incoming students, or travel and study abroad with a tight-knit group of individuals from different academic disciplines. Through the many ups and downs of the past 4 years, honors has been the one place I have felt somewhat grounded. Whenever I felt wrapped up in my own personal problems or the larger problems of the world, I was sure to hear new perspectives from my teachers and classmates, as well as find support and community with people who I knew cared about me as a person. The largest common disruption to our college path was the pandemic. We were forced into the unknown, unsure about how our futures would look. Personally, isolation from the academic and social communities I had begun to explore felt like a huge step backward. But in hindsight, I learned more about myself and my values during that time than I otherwise would have. I received unconditional support from this community and my family that encouraged me to pursue my goals, while also finding other ways to identify outside of the confining role of a perfectionist student. I started to explore my identity as an artist, an activist, and a community builder. These values and priorities that define who I am today on my graduation day are things I learned with and from you, my fellow honors students, and honors faculty. It is these gifts of questioning, reflecting, exploring, and risk-taking that we will each take into our next chapter of our lives, wherever that path leads. Thank you.
Hi everybody, I'm Wintana. I want you all to give yourselves a round of applause for being so amazing. I genuinely am so impressed with every single honors student that I talk to. We're passionate by nature and somehow always doing a million things at once that don't seem related, but we still find a way to bridge that connection, whether it be between social justice and technology, or immigration rights and public health, or even graphic design and marine biology, which by the way are all disciplines that I've seen my peers combine. We're overachievers who find a way to fit everything we're passionate about into our lives. This is an amazing quality that'll take us very far in our academic and professional lives, but I've also noticed that we can sometimes get so passionate about what we do that we end up neglecting who we are. Unintentionally isolating ourselves from our loved ones because we've overcommitted to a bunch of extracurricular activities, or having sleepless nights spent studying for our classes, which make us too tired to do the things we love. I've been there, done that, and seen too many of my peers in the same boat. Some of us may believe that this is the sacrifice it takes to reach our ambitious goals. However, when our sacrifices start impacting our quality of life, we need to honestly look at our life and see if the sacrifices are even worth it at that point. I didn't always think this way. In fact, I began 2023 with plans of being a full-time employee, a student leader, and event coordinator, all while still being a student at UW. However, my plans suddenly changed on January 5th, 2023. That night, I got into a serious car accident at the hands of a drunk driver. Thankfully, God granted me a second chance at life, and I'm still here standing in front of you today. But due to the accident, I physically couldn't achieve my ambitious goals for the school year and was forced to create some new goals. In the months I spent rehabilitating, I realized life is too short to keep living in the cycle of outwardly overachieving. Don't get me wrong, I still believe in being ambitious, but I learned to point that overachieving energy inwards. Instead of overcommitting to a bunch of extracurricular activities, now I'm committing to a bunch of social activities. And those sleepless nights spent studying have now been replaced with sleepless nights spent hanging out with friends. To my surprise, pouring into myself at all of these social gatherings have been the opposite of distractions from my professional goals. And in fact, spending time with my loved ones has encouraged me to keep being ambitious at work so that I can fund my fun activities and have the flexibility to keep doing them whenever I want to. Okay, so now it's your turn. I want you to think about what you would do if you got a second chance at life. Would you dedicate more time to your loved ones? Would you finally take that cooking class that you've been putting off? Would you shoot your shot at your secret crush? Whatever it is, I know it can be difficult, but I want you to try to spend the summer actually doing that thing. You've already spent your whole life pouring into yourself academically and professionally. Now it's time to start pouring into yourself for you. Thank you.
My name is Shannon, and I'm honored to be addressing the class of 2023. Before I begin, I wanted to recognize all of our honor staff members who are scattered across the room. Thank you for your endless support throughout my honors journey and for bringing me to this moment today. So last year when we were celebrating the 60th anniversary of the honors program, I worked with my peers to extend our physical timeline in the honors suite. As I stood there connecting the past to the present, I couldn't help but realize the immense growth that honors has experienced over the past 6 decades. In 2002, honors began a peer mentoring program, but as Stephanie mentioned, I just founded our first ever student-led honors peer mentoring program. The Global Challenges event launched in 2015, and just this past fall, I got to be our first ever student Q&A moderator. It is amazing to know that you and I have contributed to the history of honors in these ways. Seeing all of us in this room here today, we are truly a testament to the authentic community building, creative mindset, and global citizenship that honors embodies. In a way, the honors suite also holds our own timeline in this program. It was there that we embarked on our college journey at a welcome event for new honors students. It was there that we hosted the honors student reunion, rejoicing in food, music, and conversation after the peak of the pandemic. And it was there that we showcased our achievements and growth, presenting portfolios that documented years of hard work and dedication. Despite the challenges that we have all experienced in the past 4 years together, I am so proud of our resilience in moving forward and our determination to be change makers. We became leaders who envisioned spaces with diverse people, experiences, and ideas, and actually turned those into a reality. Our experiments failed, and we doubted ourselves, but we embraced the challenge and pioneered new frontiers of knowledge through research. And perhaps most importantly, we continue to seek empathy and compassion as we navigated the complexities of our interconnected world. But as honors has shown us, we don't exist in silos. I want us to remember that we are not graduating as individuals, but rather as a collective force with the power to shape the future. It is our shared values as Honors Huskies that have prepared us to be advocates for justice and catalysts for change. As the next chapter of our timeline unfolds, let's carry the spirit of authentic community building with us. Let's actively seek out opportunities to connect with and uplift those around us, fostering spaces where everyone's voices are heard and valued. Together, we can continue to create communities that inspire collaboration, spark meaningful conversation, and celebrate diverse identities. Let's also nurture our creative mindset. In a world that constantly demands outside-the-box thinking, we have the ability to approach challenges with fresh perspectives and innovative solutions. Our time in honors has honed our critical thinking skills and encouraged us to push the boundaries of what is possible. So let's embrace that mindset and continue to be the architects of progress and transformation. Lastly, let's embody the principles of global citizenship. In a world that often feels divided, Honors has truly shown us that our collective actions, no matter how small they may seem, can break barriers and build bridges. As global citizens, we can continue to confront the challenges that affect all of us and create a world that is more just and equitable. As we reflect on these shared values and celebrate all of our amazing accomplishments today, I hope we carry what we have learned from Honors about who we are and who we want to become. Because our timeline does not end here. It is merely the beginning of another extraordinary adventure. Thank you, and congratulations again to the class of 2023. And now I'd like to invite our amazing Associate Director, Dr. Juliana Villegas.
Hello, everyone. It's really wonderful to be here with all of you. This is especially meaningful graduation for me. I've been in honors a long, long time, and I've been part of many graduations. In fact, this is around my 18th graduation. I'm losing count. 18th. Our first graduations were small. We had them in the basement of Haggett, you can believe it, with paper decorations and cheese and crackers. But over the years, we've changed the name, created grander spaces, and better food. But what has stayed and remained the same is our vibrant honors learning community with its warmth and camaraderie. This community has been my home base for the past 22 years. As Associate Director, I've had the privilege of being in a community with the most thoughtful, kind, hardworking, and reflective students. You are all the reason why coming to work each day has been truly meaningful, joyful, uplifting, and often profound. I feel such gratitude to have walked alongside you as you have made your way through the UW, and I am impressed by how you face the complexities of the world courageously, asking the deeper questions of yourself and of others. Now, like all of you, I am transitioning out of honors, taking that leap of faith, digging deep for courage, and leaving a job that I know so well to learn and grow in new directions. It's time for you all to be courageous and take that leap of faith, knowing you have the capacity to be true to yourself and allow change to happen along the way. Experiences, knowledge, people we meet will change us and make us more whole, be more sure of ourselves, and strengthen our values and commitments. But change is hard, as they say, and it's true. Transitions are not easy, and you can't stop halfway. This class in particular has been humbled and strengthened, not stopping halfway, even if pivoting along the way. You've been in the midst of transitions, pivoting and repairing as you move along to your graduation goal. Freshman and sophomore years were the lockdown isolation period. Those years were spent in remote classes and transitioning to a new normal. And now you've spent the last year and a half transitioning back to another new normal, aware that normal can pivot on a dime. This class has the skills to pivot, have lived resilience. Resilience not just being a concept, but a day-to-day perseverance and will to keep grounded and going forward. And you have not lost your humanity and empathy. In fact, these have grown. I've seen this happen. I see in your reflections the care you take with each other and being true to yourself and making peace with yourself over these 4 years, to honor your talents, to know yourself, and to give this knowledge, confidence, and self-awareness back to the world. You all have been doing that hard work of reflection, and it shows. The reflections and advice to freshmen from your senior portfolios echo the reflections of Elana, Wintana, and Shannon. I share a few of your words here. In every way possible, stay true to who you are and give yourself every opportunity to make that happen. It's okay to struggle. Make time for moments of personal reflection to check in with yourself and make sure that you are spending your energy in the right places. Seek out the people and spaces that make you feel more comfortable being yourself, which may take a while to figure out, so take your time. Find moments of peace among the chaos, but soak all of it in. Don't wait for opportunities to come to you. Put yourself out there and make those things happen for yourself. Really listen to yourself and let yourself explore the things that are interesting to you. Meet people, make friends, and ultimately really just have fun. Your words resonate with me and connect me to your journey. No matter what our age, we are all on that journey of learning, stretching ourselves, finding acceptance and love for ourselves and others, and being in community. I give you big congratulations. Well done, and good luck to all of us. So now in a moment, not yet though, but you're all going to rise and honor your accomplishments on this special occasion with friends, family, mentors cheering you on. Please bring your cords and grab reader cards with you as you line up for the cord procession. And if you have multiple cords, you can wear the cords, but don't wear your honors cord yet. So you can hold on to that with your card. After you're corded, please line up along the opposite wall and don't retake your seats quite yet, as you'll be blocking the view of our guests, so just hang out along the side wall and bask in the glory. All right, are you ready? Drum roll. And now graduates, please rise